I always forget to do that. Start sharing the screen. And I can hear somebody on. Can you let me know who you are?
Laura Band.
Verbally. Maura Band. Okay, great. So you can hear me just fine, Maura?
Well, you're kind of echoing, cutting in and out, but I don't know what that is, but we'll be fine.
Oh. Okay. I want to do that. Okay. Okay, so I think it's about the top of the hour, and it is, and I just want to welcome everyone and just wish you a soon-to-be Happy New Year. My name is Christina Campbell, and myself and Pamela Hyen collaborated with Dr. Melissa Shelton and Dr. Kim Bloomer and other pet care people, trainers, and created this Healthy Pet presentation. I will ask that if you are on the phone that you hit *6, and that will help with reverberation. And if you need to speak, then somebody else *6. Thank you so much. Here, and I think that will give better quality as well, the recording. So I don't.
Take your coins and put everything back in the bag.
Yeah, the lady
was
saying everything back in the bag. Everything back in the bag. I think you should just do *6. If you're on this call and I can hear your voice, now I'd like you to do a *6. So go ahead and do a *6, Mona. Mona, I think that was your name. Mona? Okay, I guess she doesn't realize that you can hear her. Could you please *6 on your phone? Mona? Could you please do a *6 on your phone? Because I hear this background. Hello, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to try to find her and hear myself. Wait a minute. So all the participants obviously don't show up, but if you can hear me, Mona, and you're on the phone, please *6 your phone. Try dialing in versus using the web. Listen in. Try dialing in versus using the web. All please *6 to mute the phone. Yeah, well, if they're on the phone, they may not be able to see this, but I'm getting a lot of reverberation. We're going to go ahead anyway. I hope everybody can hear. *6, please, the phone. Okay, anyway, my name is Christina Campbell, and I'm a nationally registered certified master aromatherapist. I have a bachelor's degree in holistic nutrition. I am not a veterinarian, but we do collaborate with other veterinarians on this particular presentation. So I think that you'll find it very, very helpful and very educational. And, you know, we want to end. Oh, I wish this person would *6 their phone. I can just hear it too clearly in my ear. *6, please.
You are now muted.
There. I was able to mute that person. Okay, I should have done that the first time. All right, so we're going to get started. This is what you're going to learn, that animals can suffer from ailments in the same way as human beings do. And we're going to teach you how to help support your pet's immune system. We're going to show you safe and natural ways to protect against viruses, bacteria, and other microbes. We're going to teach you alternative mood elevating and behavioral modification choices. I just got an email the other day. Somebody had a new puppy, a little girl, and she was suffering from fear and anxiety. And I mean, that's pretty easy. Rutavala is good. Valor and peace and calming. I realize that we're out of peace and calming right now, but hopefully people have a stash of some. You know, that's the beauty of Essential Rewards. If you're on Essential Rewards, make sure that you order an extra bottle of something that you use on a regular basis every month. Extra bottle of lavender, extra bottle of thieves, extra bottle of peace and calming. And then that way when we get to these places where we run out or where they're out of stock or whatever, and you can go to that stash. That's what I have. I actually have a little Tupperware container, and those oils that I use on a daily basis are in that Tupperware container. And I was so glad. My husband is an Egyptian gold lover, and I notice now that it is temporarily discontinued. And I had a couple of bottles, extra couple of bottles, thinking of him in advance of the Egyptian gold. So it's temporarily discontinued, and I'm sure it'll be fine once we get some oils back in stock. But anyway, pain relief without using harmful drugs and their side effects. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about oxygenating and supporting the organs with high antioxidant supplementation. You're going to be surprised that we would use the supplements that we use for our illnesses on our pets as well. And parasite control without using harmful toxic chemicals. So we're going to learn a lot. It's going to be fun. Our animal friends, Young Living therapeutic grade essential oils can be used on many different kinds of animal species, from the smallest to the largest, including reptiles, birds, fish, and mammals. The information in this presentation is based on the use of 100% pure Young Living therapeutic grade essential oils due to their high quality and tested purity. The use of a brand of uncertain quality and or purity will provide you with potentially dangerous, if not lethal, results. So be very, very careful. Young Living essential oils are effective and they do not cause or produce harmful side effects. Did you know that many animal foods and treats contain propylene glycol, which is antifreeze? This chemical is used to keep the food soft. So please learn to read labels. Take your animal for regular veterinarian checkups and proper diagnosis. I'm not here to diagnose or treat. I recommend that you look for more of a holistic veterinarian, because I think that we over-inoculate our dogs. I don't think that they need a rabies shot every year. I know that in the state of Missouri we have something called a titer test, which will tell you pretty much the amount, and this is in lay terms, but the amount of vaccine that's still active in the dog's body, so that you don't have to have another rabies shot until it begins to get inactive. And with my dogs, I got them titer tested, and I was able to go 3 to 4 years without having to give another rabies shot. And as long as you have that titer test in hand and you're in a state that approves that, you don't have to be forced into doing rabies shots. So that's kind of a good thing to know. Therapeutic essential oils and alternative therapy. We're not only going to talk about oils tonight, we're going to talk about a lot of other things that can help your animals. One of those things that can help your animals is the animal raindrop technique. The animal raindrop technique includes 9 powerful therapeutic grade essential oils dropped like raindrops and massaged into the spine. When I was up at the Idaho Balsam Fir harvest last year, I'm not going this year because it kind of changed the platform. Last year we actually gave 2 raindrops to one of the horses because she had cut her leg on one of the T-bars and down by her hoof, and so they were giving her raindrops regularly. It relieves muscle tension. It deeply energizes the animal. It allows the body to detoxify naturally, balances the body's energy, supports the immune system and the nervous system. So that was the main reason that we were giving the raindrop to the horse, was because we wanted to support the immune system and help that horse to heal its cut leg. And, prevents infection and all of that other kind of stuff. Here's D. Gary Young performing the raindrop technique. Horses at the farm. Pet reflexology. Okay, and I had muted everybody, so I couldn't hear anything. Okay, so I was told that you guys could not see the slides, and I apologize for that. I'm going to quickly go through. Basically, this is the first slide, the second slide, animal friends, therapeutic essential oils, and alternative therapies. Here's Gary presenting the animal raindrop technique. And Kenneth, did you find out if that person can see him? Okay, and then here's pet reflexology. Put your best paw forward. Animals have reflexology points in the paws. Using essential oils with this therapy can, number one, increase circulation, improve balance, promote relaxation, decrease pain, and increase energy. Okay, good. I'm glad. Whoever that was that called, I want to thank you very, very much. Okay, good. And she called my husband's phone, which made it easier for me as well. I guess when I went back to mute everybody, the sharing went off. It does that automatically. Pet aromatherapy, and of course that's what you're interested in if you're on this presentation tonight. It can alleviate anxiety, induce relaxation, boost the immune system, help to reduce things like fundophobia. We're going to talk a little bit about that. An animal's sense of smell is up to 1,000 times more powerful than ours. 1,000 times. That's incredible. So a little bit goes a long way when it comes to diffusing essential oils. This is a great way to give your pet aromatherapy by diffusing. Diffusing turns the oil into micro-sized particles that enter the air more quickly, giving your pet immediate therapeutic benefits. And you can use the home diffuser as well with the water. That's really great for that. If you have a very sick dog, and I know right now Pam's dog tumor, and she's been treating it with frankincense and orange, but it's been raw and home right now for guy. And I would recommend their frankincense, the blend made. So just 10 minutes, using for 10 minutes, turning it off for 5 to 6 hours, using for another 10 minutes, because otherwise you'll use up too much oil. That's all we recommend. When you're doing straight oil in the air, whether the glass nebulizer is on the right here, and that's always been my favorite, but it's because it's what I started with, or the Therapy Pro, 10 minutes of diffusing, no more than that, will cover a 1,500 to 2,000 square foot area, and the micronized particles or aromatic molecules will stay suspended in the air for 4 to 6 hours. So if you're using either one of these diffusers in your bedroom, for example, you want to 10 minutes before you go into the bedroom, and then when you go to bed, you'll be breathing in that wonderful oxygenating air all through the night. Best way. Calming, lavender, stress away, dream catcher, all of those. Pet acupuncture, positive results. This can relieve animal anxiety, offer a drug-free way to calm your pet. Calming effects can last from days to weeks. It helps with each treatment, reduces pain, improves quality of life, and you can use therapeutic grade essential oils on the needles or at least on the acupuncture point, and then that allows those oils to get in deeper. The synergistic modality with acupuncture. So essential oils for a healthy, happy pet. How much should I use? There are some general guidelines, and I think I took this off of the pets brochure that you can get from Crown Diamond Tools, a very informative brochure, as the reflex point on the bottoms of the paws, and we'll give you certain oils for different ailments and where to put them on the paw. But for small animals, basically cats and small dogs, apply 3 to 5 drops diluted 80 to 90% oil mixture per application. So we're talking about a couple of drops in about a tablespoon of olive oil or E6 mixing oil or coconut oil. On the other hand, for larger animals, large dogs, apply 3 to 5 drops neat, undiluted, or straight from the bottle. That's what neat means, diluted, per application. And for larger animals like cattle and horses, and I know Dr. Melissa Shelton has even used her oils on elephants, apply 20 to 30 drops neat per application. And I'll tell you, when they do a raindrop on a large horse like those Fisherons that Gary loves, you're using quite a few drops, about 30, 35 drops along the time. Avoid using oils that contain valerian, as it may build up in the animal system. I really don't agree with that, but there is so and here's what we recommend for diluting essential oils. Mentioning the mixing oil, this is really the best uh, seed oil or carrier oil, fatty oil that you can use with the essential oils. Gary created this to work synergistically with our oils. It's all natural, it's colorless and odorless, it doesn't stain. You know, massage therapists sometimes worry about oil sheets. It doesn't stain, it nourishes the skin, and it's a wonderful, wonderful blend of coconut and olive, sesame seed and almond, sunflower seed, wheat germ, and grapeseed. So it's just really the best blend of oils. You can even put these in a capsule to dilute oils that you might be taking internally, so it is digestible inside and as well, especially if you're, you know, using your oils with massage. Okay. Now, I recently, at least as a matter of fact, for Christmas, Kenneth and I created a salve because of our friend Joan Mellon in Maryland. She showed us this bean salve where we took coconut oil and we mixed it with oils like aroma seeds and panaway, um, clove, I think was in it, lemongrass, vetiver, and we mixed them all together in the coconut oil. And the nice thing is you can put it in like a jar. I ordered salve jars, I guess you call them, for you, and like a buck a piece. And then we made labels and we gave all our kids, we call it comfort, or discomfort eat. That's what we call it. Give them their own comfort. So coconut oil works well too, and that's why coconut oil. So where do you apply the oil? Well, you can apply them on the pods, like I was mentioning in the brochure that tells you what pods. And there's very fast absorption on the pod. And don't be worried if your pet tends to lick the paw after you put the oil on, coconut oil, because they're getting it into their system. And it's all right. It's good. On cloven hoof animals, apply on the tips of the ears, on the spine, or both. You can also place the oils underneath the lip, on the gums, or on the tongue, especially I've seen many, many times. Just pulling out the tongue and placing the oil there. I just got another call and I didn't know. What's going on, Kenneth? All right. Well, I put the microphone a little bit closer to my mouth, so maybe that'll help. Okay, good. Thank you so much for monitoring me, Bonnie. I don't know what I'd do without you. Thanks so much. Okay, so sprinkling a few drops on the spine and then massaging into the skin. You can do it that way. But one of the great things about like dogs and cats, their hair, their fur is actually tubular. If you were to look at it under a microscope, and it seems to pick up things in the air. So if you just put it on your hands and rub their fur, pet them, so to speak, it will get picked up in those hairs, and it brings it right into the bloodstream. So just the act of petting can be very therapeutic, both from an essential oil perspective, and of course bonding and love and all of that as well. Administering essential oils internally. Again, here's a horse, and I mentioned that you can put the oils, just pull their lip out and put the oils right in the lip. But of course, if you're going to use oils internally, make sure that you're only using Young Living essential oils. Put into a capsule and mix. You can put it in a capsule and feed it. Now I've had to do that with my dog. You can mix it in with their feed if they're able to tolerate the oil in their feed, or their dog food or whatever. With large animals, the animal's bottom lip can be pulled out, and the animal will feel the effect quickly because the capillaries in the lip will carry the oil into the bloodstream almost immediately. When treating animals with essential oils internally, make certain the oils are pure and free of chemicals, solvents, and adulterants, and that's why we only recommend Young Living. Animals that may be jittery or resistant to essential oils, um, if you really want to bond with woodland animals, you can apply peace and calming or Idaho balsam fir or valor on yourself first, and then approach the animal very, very slowly. It will react when it smells the aroma. And then you can maybe kneel down or squat beside the animal and remain still for several minutes. And as the animal breathes in the fragrances, it will become calmer and easier to manage. So this might be a wonderful thing to teach our children too, to be patient with the animals and to wear the oils, and maybe they can get closer to that little bunny in their backyard. Treating an injured or sick animal with essential oils. And not so much, I was just thinking, not so much a bunny, but maybe even a timid new pet. This is a way to help them along. But treating an injured or sick animal with essential oils, you can treat them with, for viral or bacterial infections, arthritis, or bone injury. You can use the same oils and protocol recommended for humans. When applying to a large open wound or a hard-to-reach area, put the oils in a spray bottle and spray them directly on location. And after an oil application to an open wound, cover the wound with animal sense ointment to seal and protect it from further infection and prevent the essential oils from evaporating into the air. And when we're out of animal sense, then we have rose ointment as a backup. So you can use either one of those. But animal sense was made as a more inexpensive way to treat our animals, and we find that it's very, very good for humans too. Yeah, so just because it says animal sense doesn't mean we can't use it. It's great for chapped lips, dry skin, cracked feet, calluses. I mean, it's just an incredible ointment. Take special care not to get essential oils in the animal's eyes. Make sure the animal is drinking pure water, because I don't know if you knew this, but chlorinated water will suppress the thyroid and immune function in animals even quicker than in humans, and suppresses the healing process. So if you have an animal with thyroid issues or a thyroid condition, or you want to support a healthy thyroid, then I highly recommend that you stop giving them tap water, because chlorinated water is dangerous, and it's deadly. Good quality protein and enzymes is vitally important to promoting healing, which makes the use of organic feed essential to maximizing digestion and protein assimilation. So think about that when you're feeding your dog. Inexpensive dog foods can have a lot of negative effects on the overall body of the dog, or the overall lifespan. Cats in essential oils. We always like to hear about cats because, we're told that there's so many oils that are not good for cats. There are high phenols in oils such as oregano, clove, thyme, cinnamon, mountain savory, and tarragon. Just dilute them. I wouldn't be diffusing oregano or thyme or mountain savory anyway. Um, but you can diffuse other ones like eucalyptus, um, RC, and calming and lavender and citrus oils, all of these beautiful oils to diffuse for our little furry animals. Watch for signs of the oils being too strong. If they seem to be squinting or they have disorientation, any of these things, if any of these things occur, quickly dilute the essential oil with V6. Did you know that cats are amazing self-healers? Actually, a domestic cat purrs in the range of 25 to 50 megahertz, the exact range associated with healing properties such as increased bone density. We know that the spine vibrates at a frequency of 48 megahertz. So see, that's right in there. So cats can be very healing to us. Frankincense. Oh, yeah. Well, we're a little bit short on frankincense right now, but again, these are some of the oils that we should be stocking up on. You never know what's going to happen. I'm glad that I had the stash that I had. Frankincense is anti-infectious. It supports the immune system. It's a favorite for small pets, and especially birds, especially if they have a respiratory issue. Frankincense, one drop rubbed on their little chest can be very, very healing. Used for wounds and tumors, it's antifungal, antibacterial, and antiviral. Dilution with V6 oil is recommended for small animals especially. And Dr. Kim Bloomer states frankincense is a staple in our clinic. Dr. Kim is a veterinary naturopath, and you can find Dr. Kim on Facebook. You can, she's just great. She's got a website. I can't remember what the website is right now, but she's just really, really helpful. And she is great to have, get in touch with. Dilute and use around the eye to relieve eye infections. Diffuse, dilute, and put on the tip of the ears or in massage. And another one that's good for eye infections is purification. So let me get to that. Lavender. Lavender promotes healing for cuts, scrapes, and skin problems. If you have a dog that has a hot spot, make a spritzer bottle with lavender in it and spray that. Or purification and spray that on those hot spots. But I will tell you that with skin issues like that, it's more common that the dog has got grain allergies. So you want to make sure that you're using dog food that doesn't have grains in it. No corn, no GMO wheat. Dogs don't need that kind of stuff. They need meat. They need meat and they need vegetables. And same thing with cats. They're not big grain eaters. So read the labels on your foods and make sure that they're getting the healthiest. I mean, if you want to feed yourself organic, why would you not feed your pets that you love so much the very best as well? Lavender is gentle, #1 first aid treatment, makes the coat shine, repels fleas and other insects, but of course I think that purification even works better than that. Calms and reduces anxiety, so it's great for anxiety. It's uplifting. Make this part of your animal emergency kit. So you get it, and if you run out of one of the oils, you can go over to your animal emergency kit and then take it out of there so you can replace it. Okay, Susanna Kiesler. I remember when I was developing this presentation, I went out and asked people to give me their testimonies and if they could to send me pictures. And so Susanna Kiesler said having multiple dogs, 14 or so, and occasional puppies that attend the dog shows and doggy school on a weekly basis, we always worry about their health. And we diffuse lavender for a calming effect, and also it smells really pleasant for people that work for Mrs. York. Calm staff, calm dogs. She also said that our dogs used to get ear infections, So we started diffusing Thieves oil blend every morning in the kennel. And as a result, our dogs have not suffered from an ear infection. And I would venture to say that she probably, back in the day when we wrote this, we didn't have the variety. Excuse me. We didn't have the variety of diffusers that we have today. And so I would venture to say that she probably used the glass nebulizer or the TheraPro, and they would have only diffused for 10 minutes again. 10 minutes in the morning, and their dogs don't get ear infections. That's incredible testimony. Another great oil for pets is lemongrass. This and it's good for humans as well because it regenerates connective tissue. It is good for use on torn ligaments and muscles. It's highly antifungal. In fact, the research was published in the Phytotherapy Research on topically applied lemongrass for its powerful antifungal properties. It's anti-inflammatory, repels fleas and other insects, calms and reduces anxiety, and improves circulation. And this is my girlfriend, Cherie Williams, out of Belleville, Illinois, just down the road from me. And I remember Abby. Abby's not with us anymore, but I remember when she was about 7 years old. Sorry. I had a bunch of people come in my house. Lemongrass and Abby's kneecap. Abby, her 7-year-old Sheltie, couldn't get up, so they rushed her to the vet. After her exam and x-ray, we were told that the tendons and ligaments holding her right kneecap in place were torn, causing her kneecap to slip. She would need surgery to correct it. The vet gave her an anti-inflammatory medication and said to give it to her for a week and then bring her back and he would schedule the surgery. So Cherie started using lemongrass on Abby's knee and leg 3 times a day, massaging in well and wrapping it with an ace bandage at night. After 3 days, she was up and running around. After a week, we took her back to the vet for her follow-up. He couldn't believe she was walking as well as she was. He said, the anti-inflammatory pills really worked well. I handed him the bottle of pills and told him that I hadn't used them. He wanted to know what I did, and I told him that I had used Young Living's lemongrass essential oil. He x-rayed her knee again and could see where the tendons and the ligaments were healing. The vet couldn't believe the change between the 2 x-rays. No surgery, thanks to lemongrass. Lemongrass became Abby's oil. Every time I would open the bottle, she would come running and lay down for me to rub her with it. That was such a sweet story. And I just remember Abby. She was just Cherie's pride and joy. She loved her. Okay, Panaway is another great, this is a blend. It contains wintergreen, clove, helichrysum, and peppermint. And it's good for things that would be painful. Good for arthritis, rheumatism, tendonitis, inflammation of bones and joints, broken bones, muscles, hip dysplasia. You know, there's a lot of pain in that. It accelerates healing. It's an analgesic, so it's great for acute injury pain. Good for dental extractions or post-surgery. If you got your dog or your pet spayed, Panaway would be a good one to help them to deal with that, you know, post-surgery pain. Used topically to kill pain where there is no open raw tissue. It's a powerful anti-inflammatory, and it's an important addition to your animal emergency kit. You can mix this with V6 oil and massage the affected area. Do not apply Panaway to open wounds because it may sting and traumatize the animal. Instead, use helichrysum and balsam fir to reduce bleeding and pain, and then go ahead and dilute Panaway and put that around the area. Peace and Calming is another blend, and I've mentioned it already a couple of times. It's a blend of tangerine, ylang-ylang, blue tansy, orange, and patchouli. It's a calming blend, thus its name, right? It's used for abused and neglected animals. This is a great oil to use when there's an arrival of a new animal or a new baby into the family because that's going to cause anxiety to the animal that's already in the home, right? So it will help to relax and promote peace of mind and a quiet spirit. You can diffuse this. You can put drops on a cloth or leather collar. You can put it on a blanket or their bed or a toy. It relieves fear and anxiety, behavioral problems, and overexcitement when traveling. It's a great oil to use during training sessions. And this is what I was mentioning to one of the people that was asking us just the other day. You can diffuse it or even put it on the tips of the ears. Put it on the bottoms of their paws. Remember we talked about that? Okay, so peppermint is a single oil. It repels fleas and ticks, and it relieves nausea, vomiting, and motion sickness. It cools and invigorates the skin for overheated horses and dogs. You can drop it into their water for internal cooling. It's supportive to the respiratory system. It's an analgesic and non-infectious for acute injuries. Just dilute this oil when using on cats or other small animals because it can be very, powerful. Kennel cough gone in a day. We adopted a 1-pound Chihuahua. His name is Gus, and when he was 8 years old, he had severe kennel cough 24 hours a day and couldn't sleep. I applied peppermint to my hands and petted him from the neck down over the course of 2 days. In 24 hours, the cough was clearly sporadic rather than constant, and by the second day, it was completely gone, and Gus was sleeping through the night. That is a pretty great testimonial. And then, if you know of kennels, you can diffuse thieves in that kennel. And I think that's what comes up next. Yes, thieves. It's an excellent blend for cleaning kennels, the thieves cleaner, of course, for shelter settings, for stables, and for pet areas. It's strong, anti-infectious essential oil. It's antifungal, antibacterial, and antiviral. It's analgesic and specific to dental problems. It's antiparasitic, especially for ticks. Use on all pets with proper dilution and use in diffusion, topical, or oral applications. You can also use it in a raindrop technique or a Vitaflex technique, which means on the bottom of their paws. These contains clove, lemon, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, and rosemary. You can diffuse the thieves oil. You can use thieves household cleaner in a spray bottle for cleaning, or put it in a bucket or whatever to mop the kennels. This is just a great anti-infectious type of cleaner, and it doesn't smell like bleach or those other horrifying smells. Here's a great thieves testimonial, and this was from Pamela Hyen out of Columbia, Missouri. She says, my cat Whitey recently had a bad infection in the gum around his molars on both sides. I took 3 drops of thieves and diluted it in about 6 tablespoons of V6. I dipped a Q-tip into the mix and swabbed the gum area twice a day for about a week. He's eating again with no discomfort whatsoever, and the infection is gone. Whitey says, the thieves worked perfectly. I would recommend thieves oil for any kind of infection, including kennel cough, pneumonia, upper respiratory infection, and the canine flu. That was from Dee Broughton, Sandyston, New Jersey. She's a professional dog trainer and canine behavioral specialist. And here's that wonderful purification. If you have pets, you cannot be without purification. It's a blend of lemongrass, rosemary, melaleuca, myrtle, citronella, and lavandin. It kills odors, bacteria, molds, and fungus. It kills anaerobic bacteria, which requires little or no oxygen, deep tissue, and organs. So this is really great for infections that are deep. And you just put it on the skin, and it'll get absorbed into the pores and into the skin and into the bloodstream where it's supposed to be and where it can do its work. It purifies and cleanses bacteria in the air, so this is great to diffuse. It neutralizes odors in general pet areas and noxious litter boxes. What you can do for little litter boxes is you can mix up a spritzer bottle, a spray bottle, right? And mix it up with purification and water, 30 drops or however much you want to put in there, and then spray that around that litter box. You can keep it right in the same room with the litter box, and anytime you're in there, just do a couple spritzes, sprays, and you eliminate a lot of that odor. It repels bugs and insects and relieves itching from insect bites. You can use it to sterilize wounds. It's great in the laundry when washing animal bedding. And when I had my dogs, I used purification a lot for, I would put it on a spent dryer sheet or an old piece of rag and put a couple of drops of purification and put it in the dryer if there was something I was drying, like their toys or whatever. But you can also just sprinkle their bedding. It helps to avoid mites and fleas and that kind of thing. So really a great um, oil for their bedding. It neutralizes poison from stinging bees, wasps, hornets, horsefly bites, and brown recluse spider bites. You just have to be aggressive, and especially in the case of a brown recluse spider bite. I know my daughter had a bite this summer, and it was pretty bad. And I think that the purification really, really helped. She's all healed up now, she says. I haven't seen it. Dilute with V6 to clean smelly ears and or kill mites. This is great for ear infections. You can actually just put a drop on a cotton ball, if you, and then just put that cotton ball in their ear. You know, not jam it down in there, but as long as it just holds it in, and those molecules will go in that ear. Diffuse or mix it with V6 mixing oil. Apply to wounds or mix with pure filtered water in a spray bottle and spray the pet area and the pet. Great oil blend. And of course, we would be amiss if we didn't mention Valor. Known as the chiropractor in a bottle, this is very effective for improving structural alignment. It restores confidence and bravery. So this is great for dogs that are fearful. You can place drops on a collar or on their leash. You can diffuse it or use it topically. You can drop on a cotton ball and place in the animal's area, or drop it on a blanket or the toys. Used for skin masses, itching, allergies, and to alleviate fear. Excellent for behavior and training. And I have had many dog trainers tell me that they have really enhanced their training with shy animals and even aggressive animals with the use of Valor. It contains rosewood, blue tansy, frankincense, and spruce in a carrier oil of sweet almonds. So it's already diluted to a certain degree. So what about supplements for healthy, active pets? Digest is actually an oil blend, but we can use it as a supplement. It helps to relieve hairballs, constipation, intestinal parasites, tapeworms. It promotes healthy digestion, soothes the stomach, and should be a part of your animal emergency kit. If you have an animal that's gassy, most of the reasons are poor food, lack of digestive enzymes. So Digest will help with that too. It'll take the gas off their stomach. You can rub it on the stomach area, mix a drop with some tuna for cats, and its juice and feed to a cat. But cats are very, very particular, so you'll have to work on that one. Mix it in food for dogs or rub daily on the pads of their paws. It contains fennel, tarragon, ginger, peppermint, juniper, lemongrass, anise, and patchouli. Here's a supplement that is good for both humans and pets. Just take note that you must use BLM in the capsules for pets, especially for dogs. Do not use the BLM in the powder form, as it contains xylitol, which is toxic to animals but not to humans. So this is an example of how we differ a little bit. Xylitol isn't toxic to us at all. But in the capsule, it can build bones. It can speed the healing of bones, strengthens and rebuilds damaged joints and cartilage. And I know that to be true for myself. I have actually rebuilt the cartilage in my right knee. I had it removed in 1988, and I don't have any cartilage issues in that knee anymore. But, you know, I've been with Young Living now for 15 years, and I've been taking BLM off and on for all of those years, and it's been very, very healing. It strengthens and rebuilds damaged joints and cartilage. So if you do have some damaged joints, BLM, it's got perfect combination of what you need. It's got glucosamine, it's got wintergreen oil in it, it's got some calcium and magnesium, I believe. It's really, really good for strengthening the bone. It combats arthritis, inflammation, and pain. It just supports good bone structure. Let me put it that way. RC blend is really not so much a supplement. It is a blend of oils. Look at all the eucalyptuses it's got in it. Eucalyptus globulus, Eucalyptus radiata, Eucalyptus citrodora, myrtle, pine, spruce, marjoram, lavender, cypress, and peppermint. I think everybody on this call that has had any long-term association with Young Living has found that RC is one you cannot be without. You need to have this part of your stash. Unfortunately, it is one of them that I'm out of right now. Fortunately, we don't have any respiratory issues in our family right now, so I'm glad about that. And I know that it'll come in if I do. It'll come back in stock if we do. But we probably won't because we keep our immune systems pretty bumped up with Nincturad and frankincense daily and thieves and all the other things that we do. All our supplements that we take. But this is really, it stands for either respiratory congestion or respiratory, what is the other? I've heard other people say respiratory conditions. Yeah. So RC can either be for respiratory conditions or respiratory congestion. Supports the respiratory system, relieves allergies, combats lung infections, decongests sinuses, dissolves bone spurs, believe it or not. I found this out many, many years ago. We had some people who had bone spurs. I had a bone spur in the middle of my heel, and it took about a daily application, and I'm talking applying 1 to 2 drops daily on that bone spur. In 6 months, my bone spur was completely dissolved. So, it takes a while. Don't give up after a month or a week or a couple of days. It took a while for that bone spur to develop. So just be consistent and you'll get rid of it. Same thing with pets. If they have a bone spur on their hip or somewhere else that's giving them the blues, be consistent by putting it on them every day. You can diffuse RC. You can mix it with V6. You can tip the ears, put it on their pads. Everywhere that we've mentioned using, you can use RC. Trauma Life is a great blend. I've used this on my animals before. It contains valerian, lavender, frankincense, sandalwood, rose, helichrysum, spruce, geranium, divana, and citrus hystrix. It's excellent for abused and neglected animals. If you are a shelter or you are a foster mom, a foster dad for animals, this is one that you must have. Animals who experience separation anxiety. Somebody was mentioning that, I think Pam was talking about her sister's dog or her father's dog has separation anxiety. So Trauma Life would be great for that dog. Fear of storms. We were talking about thunderphobia. I used Trauma Life. I used Rutavala. I used straight valerian. I had a dog that was a 2-time shelter dog, and they say that this thunderphobia is caused by overinoculation. And of course, if a dog has been known to go from shelter to shelter every time they go, if there's no record of shots, they have to get their shots again. And I think that's what had happened to Merlin. He was terribly afraid of storms and thunder. I mean, he just went ballistic until I started using Trauma Life and or Rutavala. I tried Peace and Calming at first, and it just wasn't strong enough for him. But the valerian in both those oil blends seemed to be very, very helpful. And he was free of all that anxiety that comes with it. This is really good for severe injuries or accidents because it calms them down. You can use it for pre- and post-surgical procedures of spay and neutering, or if they've broken their leg or got hit by a car or whatever. This is a must-have in your animal emergency kit because you never know what's going to happen. Diffuse this, tip the ears, rub the paws. This is just a really great oil to use in those times when you need it. As a supplement, Essential Zyme is a really great tablet that you can crush and put in their food. It aids digestion. It eliminates toxic waste and gases, helps in the breaking down of proteins, establishes a proper enzyme balance to help them to digest their food, improves intestinal flora. Everybody, anybody, dogs, cats, people can get good results by taking additional enzymes. After the age of about 30, we don't make enough enzymes, and it's probably because of the water that we drink, the chlorine in the water, and The sodas and the junk food and all the other things. It tends to kill bacterial flora, um, um, the good bacteria. And of course, if you've been on any antibiotics at all, you want to make sure that you're taking additional enzymes. K and B is a good one for your animals if they need support for their kidney or bladder function. It increases kidney filtration. It's great for kidney and urinary tract infections. It purifies the urinary tract. It's a mild diuretic. Um, Mix a few drops in the drinking water or diluted tincture red. This is really good for supporting the normal kidney and bladder function. Rehemagen is another great supplement. It cleanses, purifies, and disinfects and builds the blood. Powerful liver and gallbladder protectant. If you have liver and gallbladder issues, you need to be on Rehemagen. It supports the pancreas and the stomach. It stimulates the adrenal glands. It increases energy. It's antifungal. It prevents cellular mutation and combats circulatory dysfunction. You know, we don't know what we have with this stuff. I'm here to tell you we have got the best supplements on the planet. And so when you learn about a supplement maybe that you hadn't heard about before and something keys in, oh yeah, I was told that, you know, I had a Zyto or I had a Compass and it told me that my gallbladder needed support. Well, Rehemagen is a good one to do that. Because it's just, it's a tincture. You just mix it in your water and you hardly know what's in there. Add a couple of drops of lemon and a drop of stevia and you never know what's in there. Sulfurzyme. Now, I know that those of you on the call that use sulfurzyme are like, oh yeah, we couldn't live without this. And I know I'm one of those. This supports a healthy immune system and promotes healthy liver function. For animals, it gives them a benefit of a shiny coat, reduces inflammation, it relieves arthritic discomfort. And Dr. Ronald Lawrence was the one who wrote the book MSM, The Miracle for Pain, and he was talking about sulfurzyme and how it is incredibly helpful for rheumatoid arthritis. Sometimes it takes 6 or 8 weeks for that MSM to get the blood level up to complete pain, but it is very, very helpful. Um, Enhances suggested for pre-diabetes. Hey, Bonnie, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody can hear me? I don't know what went wrong there, but okay. So let me go back. I'm going to make sure that my sharing is still up. I think it is. And we were talking about omega-jive, how it supports the nervous and cardiovascular system, improves eye, brain, and joint health, enteric-coated. It's much more specific for carnivores than flaxseed oil. I don't know if we got sulfurzyme in there. I don't know really where we, left off or where you didn't catch me. But sulfurzyme is really, really great for arthritic conditions, for healthy skin, reducing inflammation, suggested for pre-diabetes, along with coriander and or ocotea. Life 5 probiotics promotes a healthy immune system, aids in resisting infections, improves digestion, and some and other things. I have a house full of people, and so they keep forgetting that I'm on a call. Colonizes the friendly gut with friendly bacteria. And then I'm going down to multigreens. Helps maintain high energy level, boosts vitality, relieves stress, strengthens the immune system. It's powerful cleansing and antioxidant formula. My multigreens, I take it every day. Prevents thyroid hormone deficiency and estrogen imbalance. Maybe that's why I take it every day. I also use my clary sage and my progestin plus, so there you go. But this is really, really good revitalizing food. It has melissa oil in it. It has a barley grass juice. It has spirulina. It's just an incredible superfood. And everybody should be taking multigreens. There's not a person that I know that shouldn't be taking multigreens because it's like eating super food. Every day you're going to get nutrients that maybe you're not going to get naturally. Maybe when you sat down to dinner tonight, you didn't have all the green leafies and all the high nutrient vegetables that your body really desperately needed. Just take a couple of multigreens. So make sure that you get that and stay balanced. And give them to your animals as well. Animal Sense ointment, I had mentioned this before. This is great for sealing and disinfecting open wounds. It seals the essential oils in. In fact, I'm going to give you a story here in just a minute about my dog. This is a very soothing bath. It's used for external use, obviously. It assists with post-surgery healing. It's really great for nursing mothers with sore or inflamed teeth. It contains the essential oils of palmarosa, geranium, patchouli, Idaho balsam fir, tea tree, myrrh, and rosewood. And here's my dog. This is Theo. Theo was the best dog we ever had. I just loved him to death. He had gotten bit. We think that he had gotten bit. It looked like he had, bite marks in his tail and stuff. And by the time we realized he had been bitten, the wound needed to be cleaned by a vet. So the size of the wound on his back was about the size of a small dinner plate. And I had asked my vet about skin grafting. As he couldn't stitch it up because the weight of his belly would have pulled the stitches out because it was right flat on his back. We tried skin grafting, but the grafting didn't take. So they wanted to put him down. And I said, you know what, let me take him home and use my essential oils, and this is what we did. I started cleaning the wound 3 times a day with saline that I'd gotten from CVS or Walgreens, and a mixture of helichrysum, lemongrass, melrose, and other oils. I would just kind of mix it up, When I'd run out of some stuff, I'd put some other stuff in the saline. And I would just irrigate that wound, and clean it. He had no feeling. We did have a coat on his head, to keep him from getting at it or anything, but I would smear Animal Sense on a baby diaper, and I would place that baby diaper over the wound. We got Theo a size 10 girl's bathing suit with the front legs and the armholes to hold the baby diaper in place. I cut out the bottom for him to do whatever,
This dressing was changed 3 times a day. He wore a cone to keep him from bothering the healing, and we continued this for 3 months. I will tell you that it got better and better and better. It got down to 3 times a day, to 2 times a day, to once a day, and then after the healing was complete, the scar, where there was no hair that grew back, was about the size of a quarter. It was absolutely miraculous. I'm grateful every day for these wonderful healing oils and what they did to help heal so completely. It was amazing. And to think that the vet was going to, consider putting him down. He lived many years after that, by the way. Flea, ticks, and parasites. Flea, tick, and mosquito products contain neurotoxins and cancer-causing ingredients, which can cause kidney damage, alter thyroid function, and affect behavior. Natural prevention comes in the form of good health, good diet, removing environmental and internal toxins. A healthy animal is not an attractive host to any parasite and is the first step in controlling parasites. Essential oils can help your pet repel pests and improve health at the same time. Michael W. Lemon, who is a doctor of veterinary medicine, states, and I quote, popular flea collars often contain powerful nerve gases. They can kill some fleas, but they can also kill some pets and can do damage to children and other adults handling the pet wearing the poisonous flea collar. I have read many, many stories, testimonials, articles on how poisonous these collars are. And it's just so much better to use. And, the front line and all of this stuff, get away from that and start using purification. And don't worry about it. I think we just become duped. We come to the place where we don't think that our animals can live a healthy life without the use of over-the-counter crud and medications and chemicals and all the rest. So, Young Living is doing all that they can to provide our pets with some of the healthiest things on the market. Animal scent shampoo is a good example of that. It cleans all types of animal fur and hair. It conditions the hair. It repels insects. It protects the skin and coat. It rids the hair of lice, ticks, and other insects. It's full of essential oils. It's safe, all natural, unaffected, leaves the coat shiny, and has a pleasant smell. I've even known of people who have used animal scent shampoo for their own hair. It's very, very good for the hair. Hair Free is back in stock. I just got my bottle. I always keep a bottle of Hair Free in my house. I used to use Hair Free for worming my dogs when I was a breeder many, many years ago. At least 10 years ago I was breeding, maybe 15, about the time I got in Young Living. In fact, I was using parts, over-the-counter dewormer, and I had found out about Hair Free. And back 15 years ago, we used to have Hair Free in a dropper bottle. Young Living, it had a dropper bottle, but I guess it wasn't as popular. For me, it was because I would just put the dropper in their mouth and I would squeeze that Hair Free in their mouths, these little puppies, and then that would deworm them. So Hair Free can be used on a regular basis with your animals. You can be feeding them a capsule a day for 21 days, and that will make sure that will dispel all worms, and then wait 7 days for the eggs to hatch, and then give them another round. There's about 180 capsules in this bottle, so it'll go a long way. It maintains healthy internal environment. I take Hair Free just to keep my digestive system, the bowels, and everything healthy because it's got great oils in it, fennel and anise, and a lot of oils that are in digest, and it's just a great way to take them. It supports natural defense system, and it's great for internal cleansing. And, of course, if you do have parasites, follow the protocol on the back of the bottle. 21 days, it's started to take 2 to 3 a day for 21 days, and then lay off for 7 days, and then start up again until you're parasite-free. And, of course, Ningxia Red, this is the highest antioxidant liquid dietary supplement from whole food sources, and I bet you didn't think you could give it to your animals. Absolutely. In fact, Dr. Kim Bloomer has a great testimony on her dog, Boomer, who, had she not given him the oils and the supplements and the Ningxia Red, he probably wouldn't have been with her as long as he was. He had some severe medical issues. You can read about him and his journey on her website. Just Google Dr. Kim Bloomer, and I'm sure you'll find her out there. But it has blueberry juice in it, which can reverse many signs of aging, raspberry juice, which provides protection against cell mutation. It has pomegranate juice, prevents heart disease. It has other juices like the black aronia berry and the which is the choke cherry, and also dark cherry juice. So it's really, really healthy. It has a couple of different oils in it, orange, lemon. I know it has yuzu oil in it. And, of course, orange is really good for preventing cellular mutation. And lemon essential oil promotes white blood cell formation to increase the immune function. So this is great. So what I'd like to recommend to you today is if you have a pet that you want to support its health, and or maybe you have a pet that has a thyroid condition or has a sugar condition or something's going wrong with it, then think about getting a healthy pet plan together. Step by step, very easily. First, enroll to receive your wholesale membership if you haven't already done that. Once you're a wholesale buyer, then everything is 24% discount. And your membership is actually a lifetime wholesale membership. When you get your Start Living kit now, you get a basic kit with a diffuser, and it comes with some free oils. I think Citrus Fresh is one of the ones. So this is a great kit to start with. Step 2 then would be to enroll in your Healthy Pet Plan with the Essential Rewards program. I just think that the Essential Rewards is a great benefit to us because you get reduced shipping on your products, and nobody likes to pay shipping. And just to give you an idea, I can get a whole box of stuff shipped to me through my Essential Rewards for like $6.98. Whereas if you buy it through a standard order, it's $7.99 for the first pound. So I save a lot of money on shipping because I'm on the Essential Rewards program. Another thing is as soon as you start on your Essential Rewards, you begin earning credit, so to speak. For every $100 that you spend, you get 10% or $10 put in a piggy bank. And then after 2 months of being on Essential Rewards, you can spend that money on free products. You know, it's free to you. The only thing that they charge you is shipping. And you don't have to pay tax or anything on it. It's great. So let those accumulate for a few months. And then at 6 months, that goes up to 15% rebate on everything that you buy. And then after a year, it goes up to 20%, which is a really, really good deal. 20% if I'm buying $100, $200, $300 worth of product a month can add up really, really fast. You also get discounted pricing on exclusive product packages, and you never run out of products to ensure that your Healthy Pet Plan is a success. You can throw in some things for yourself on that Essential Rewards. I'm going to give you a couple of suggestions for your first Essential Rewards order for your Healthy Pet. Remember I mentioned that Tromolife and Digest should be part of your Healthy Pet emergency kit. And so get 2 oils a month, 2 new oils a month. And I would recommend if you have an older dog or a dog that suffers from any arthritis or you have pain, that Sulfazine would be a great addition to both your diet and the diet of your animal. There are, I think there's 300 capsules of Sulfazine in the Sulfazine jar. This is a picture of the powder, which we have been out of for quite some time now. This used to be all I'd take, is the powder, because I really didn't like to ingest all of those capsules, but now that's what's available, so Sulfazine in capsules. Another suggestion for your healthy pet and for yourself, get a bottle of seeds. Here's an opportunity to get some V6 mixing oil and the animal scent shampoo, and maybe get yourself and your pet a couple of bottles of Ningxia Red to try. This is a great order. And then another great suggestion, maybe for your 3rd month, get a bottle of lemongrass to have in that emergency kit, some animal scent ointment, and some Parafreeze. This is, again, good for both of you. There's 190 capsules in this bottle, so you get quite a bit. Some educational tools and resources. There's always the Animal Desk reference. This can be purchased from abundanthealthforyou.com, or you can actually go out to the animaldeskreference.com, I believe. Some other things, of course, are the essential oils desk reference, which I highly recommend. The reference guide for essential oils by the Higleys, that's another great one. You can get the essential oils desk reference from lifesciencepublishers.com. And here's the brochure that I was telling you about, Oils and Pets by Dr. Mary Hess. And that can be purchased from Crown Diamond Tools. So if you do classes or vendor events or anytime you want to share the oils with somebody, this is a great brochure. It's a trifold. It has lots of information in there about our everyday oils kit and how to use them and apply them to our pets. So that's tonight. We want to welcome you to the Young Living family. I want to thank you so much for being a part of this presentation. I'm going to unmute everyone right now. Let's see here.
You are now unmuted.
It pays for itself. Yeah. There's everyone speaking. Because you're unmuted, if you have a question. Oh, unmuted if you have a question. Yeah. That's right. If you have a question, you can. Your opportunity is now to ask a question. Vonnie is saying that she loves Essential Rewards, has been able to get so many free products since they're special packages only available on Essential Rewards. That's true. And I guess, let's see about questions up here. Okay, well, I guess we got everything worked out. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. But this is going to be recorded, so please